On 12 June 2025, a catastrophic event shook the city of Ahmedabad and reverberated across the country and globe. Air India Flight AI-171, a Boeing 787 Dreamliner bound for London Gatwick, crashed just moments after takeoff. At 1:38 p.m. local time, the aircraft carrying 230 passengers and 12 crew members issued a mayday call before plummeting and striking a medical college hostel during lunchtime. 241 of the 242 people on board were killed, along with 29 on the ground, marking this as the deadliest aviation disaster in over a decade. What caused this modern, reliable aircraft to fail within 30 seconds of flight? As investigators combed through the wreckage, we explored the possible factors behind this tragedy. Aviation disasters are rarely the result of a single failure. This is referred to as the Swiss cheese model, which illustrates how accidents occur when weaknesses or failures in multiple layers of defense, like slices of Swiss cheese, align, allowing a hazard to pass through and cause an incident. To understand the potential causes, let's break down the critical systems involved and the anomalies observed in video footage of the crash. To take flight, an aircraft relies on lift, a force generated by air flowing over its wings. The shape of the wing combined with the aircraft's speed creates a pressure difference, lower pressure above the wing and higher pressure below, lifting the plane into the air. During takeoff and landing, when speeds are lower, pilots deploy flaps and slats to enhance lift. Flaps are located on the trailing edge of the wings and extend downward to increase the wing's surface area and curvature. Slats on the leading edge extend forward to allow airflow over the wing. At cruising altitudes where speeds are high, flaps and slats are retracted to reduce drag and optimize fuel efficiency. In the grainy footage, it's unclear whether the flaps were deployed, and if deployed in their correct settings. Standard procedure for a Boeing 787 requires flaps to be set at a specific angle, typically 5 degrees or higher for takeoff. Retracting flaps prematurely could cause a catastrophic loss of lift, especially on a fully loaded jet carrying passengers and fuel for a long flight. Some experts speculate the pilots may have mistakenly retracted the flaps instead of the landing gear. However, this seems unlikely given the experience of both the pilots. Investigators will examine whether a mechanical failure such as a hydraulic or fly-by-wire malfunction prevented the flaps from deploying correctly. The black box, specifically the flight data recorder recovered from the crash site, will provide clarity on the flap settings. Video footage reveals the landing gear remained extended as the plane reached 620 feet, far longer than standard procedure. Typically, pilots retract the landing gear within seconds of liftoff once a positive rate of climb is established, reducing drag and improving climb performance. The extended gear on Flight AI-171 increased drag, causing the aircraft to struggle more to gain altitude. Two possibilities emerge. A hydraulic failure may have prevented gear retraction, as the landing gear relies on hydraulic systems in the 787. Alternatively, the pilots may have been preoccupied with a more pressing emergency, such as engine issues, and missed the retraction step. Another factor that could bring down AI-171 is engine failure. Although rare, it is not uncommon in aviation and is typically manageable. A single engine failure allows a 787 to continue flying, often returning to the airport or diverting to an alternate one. Video analysis shows no significant yawing, which would indicate asymmetric thrust from a single engine failure. This raises the possibility of a double engine failure. Potential causes include bird strikes, a known hazard at Ahmedabad airport, which reported 38 incidents in 2022 to 2023. However, no smoke from the engines was visible in the footage, casting doubt on this theory. Another possibility is contaminated fuel, which could clog fuel lines and starve both engines. Yet the simultaneous failure of both engines remains extremely rare without a systemic issue. Modern aircraft like the 787 are designed with multiple redundancies, including an auxiliary power unit, APU, and battery backups to power essential systems like flight controls and instrumentation. A striking detail from the wreckage is the deployed ram air turbine, RAT, a small emergency generator visible on the tail section lodged in a building. The RAT in the 787 activates automatically when all primary power sources, engines, APU and batteries, fail, providing minimal power to critical systems. Its deployment indicates either hydraulic failure, electrical failure, or double engine failure. The RAT being deployed alongside the loss of lift leading to the crash suggests that this could be a case of a double engine failure on Air India. Air India's maintenance practices have come under scrutiny following the crash. Reports from passengers and pilots highlight concerns about the airline's upkeep of its fleet. Flyers have shared experiences of non-functional in-flight entertainment systems, broken seats, and unclean cabins. On social media, many have vowed to avoid Air India, citing poor maintenance as a deterrent. Pilots, speaking anonymously, have echoed these concerns, noting that some aircraft are not maintained to industry standards. While these reports are troubling, it's premature to attribute the crash to poor maintenance. The recovery of the flight data recorder was a critical step. The cockpit voice recorder that's now been found holds vital clues. Until the black box analysis is complete and the official investigation report is released, speculative judgments should be avoided. The data from pilot recordings and flight data will reveal whether human error, mechanical failure, or an external factor caused this tragedy. For now, we honor the memory of those lost and hope for answers that bring closure and prevent future disasters.